Welcome everybody to another edition of a physical stream here. Welcome to the stream. I'm joined with Dan Movie Insider. I never can say your channel right, by the way. Dan
Yeah,
Movie
right.
Insider.
Movie.
Aidan, welcome to the channel. How
Thank
you
you
doing,
so
my friend?
much. I'm very good. Nice one for having me.
You're very welcome. Just kicking it off, Halloween season is upon us pretty much. Well,
Yep.
all of October, but obviously Halloween this weekend.
Yep.
Do you have anything, movie related planned for Halloween, like marathons or anything like that?
Oh, I want to finish Scream. I'm up to the third film, so watch that. Watch number 4, and probably Halloween as well. Probably watch the original Halloween.
Nice.
What about you?
Me,
Yeah,
me and Soph, we're going through a movie marathon, and we're turning it into a video. So it's going to be like we've got like a pick at random. So we've picked out 31 films.
Yeah.
And we're doing a pick at random thing. So we get a random film every time we spin this wheel thing on this random website thingy. So we're getting a random film every time we watch a film, pick a random film, watch it, carry on.
Yeah.
So we've watched 2 so far. After the stream, we're watching the next one. I don't know if we can fit 2 films into that. I'm not sure. But then tomorrow we're going to go out and then we're going to come and just try and get. We're not trying to watch all 31 films, but we're trying to get through as much as we can.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's a cool way because we've picked a lot of films we haven't seen before. So it's pretty interesting because it means we get fresh outlooks on stuff. There's going to be some stuff I've seen before, like Friday the 13th and stuff like that. Nightmare on Elm Street. There's going to be some classics like that in there, but for the most part, it's films we haven't seen, which should be fun. I hope so. Hopefully.
Yeah,
fun.
It will be.
Yeah, so that's the plan for our weekend anyway. I do love just sitting back and just putting on a bunch of scary movies. Not that I get scared of them anymore, but
no, it's nice though, isn't it? Get some sweets and whatnot and be an adult kid, as they say.
Adult kid, yeah. I don't think I've even got to adulthood yet. I'm still a kid. I'm 35 years old and I'm still a kid. We have some comments. Sophie, this is funny, right? So Sophie's commenting and she's like literally like 6 feet away from me over there. Hi, Soph.
Hi.
She says, "Hey guys, you look alike. You two, you look like you two are related." No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, I'm not. I don't see the resemblance myself, but here's what it is. Vinto's Vault says hello there. Hi, welcome to the stream.
Hello, Chris.
I'm gonna butcher this guy's name. What's his name?
I'm gonna pop up.
Minhajul. He's welcome to the stream. He says, "Hi Jason, just want to say I'm a massive fan of your channel and love all your content you deliver. Keep up the good work." Well, thanks a lot. That means a lot, man. I really do appreciate it. We have Tom180 in the chat. He says, "Hello lads. Hope you're both well. Doing good, man. Welcome back to the stream as always, Tom. Appreciate you joining us." I'm gonna butcher this guy's name every time he drops a comment.
Every time, Mo. Every time.
Min Halju. Oh, fucking hell. Butchering his fucking name. He says, hope all is well with you, Jason. Everything's very good, man. Everything's very, strawberries and rainbows, I suppose. I don't know what you say. We have Andy from Forgot Mode of Movies. Hello, Andy. Welcome to the stream. He says, "Hi, guys. Hope you're doing well." We are doing good, I hope. Yeah.
Yep.
All good. Friday night, Halloween weekend. Couldn't get better, really. Couldn't get better. Hasn't. He said hello again. Vinto's Vault says, "Greetings, gents." Hello again.
A double hello from Chris.
A double hello. We must be special. Media Collector Madness says, "Hi guys. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you joining us." We have the Tams of the Paul Tams. Hello, Paul. Welcome to the stream, my friend. How's it going, gents? Hope you're better, Aidan, mate, and miss those Insta pickups.
I'm good, Paul. Nice one.
Was you unwell, Aidan?
I had a tooth taken out last week, and obviously filming videos, talking, it's very, very difficult. I had a lot of blood and whatnot, so
I have like a very serious fear of dentists. So
I hate them. I hate them.
I've got really bad teeth anyway because I refuse to go into
Yeah.
the dentist. Obviously, if I get toothache and the pain is too much, then I'll have no choice but to go
Yeah.
to the dentist.
Well, yeah. That was
But
what
I
I
know,
did.
yeah, like I got bad teeth anyway, but because I know eventually some of them are going to fall out, and I'm just going to get bloody fake. You can get implants or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I hate the dentist, so I can imagine the horror that was.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I was feeling sorry for myself watching films for the week. So, but I'm back. I'm back. So it's nice to talk to you guys again.
Awesome. Min Hajil says, honestly, hands down, you're one of my favorite YouTubers in the Blu-ray community, and I have a massive I am a massive collector, the same as you. Haha. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate the kind words, my friend. Windows Vault says, I'd like to know what 80s properties you still enjoy today. Could be animation or movies. I guess he means like IPs or franchises, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too much to really list. Like 80s horror. I love all the 80s horror. 80s cartoons like Thundercats, Ninja Turtles, Transformers.
Yeah.
Transformers. Yeah.
Great show.
Critters. I love Critters, as you know, like one of my favorite films of all time. Just trying to think of things that are not movies that are 80s. Can't think. I personally think the 80s was the best decade for music. No matter what genre you're into, I think it had the most creativity. Personally, that's just at my personal level. But yeah,
I wasn't born, so that's my excuse. My excuse.
Okay, I'm an 86 baby.
97.
Fair enough. That's fair. I wish I was as young as you still. Man, stuff's getting old. We have Dangerous Chris, the guy that I still don't know why he's so dangerous. He says, hi guys, any of you seen The Howling? Amazon has the limited 4K set, 30 quid, reduced from 40. I have seen The Howling, but must have been years ago. Bless you, Soph.
Thank you.
Does that make you jump?
Spooky season.
Cool. Adds to the stream, I suppose. Yeah, I haven't seen The Howling in years. So, I wish I could afford 30 quid to buy it because I would, but is what it is. Have you seen The Howling?
I've never seen it, but I love it. I love a 4K deal. It always helps want to pick up something. So,
The problem with 4K deals is that I'm like, should I buy it? No, but I really want to. I think Entertainment Store on eBay had like a 2 4Ks for 20 quid deal.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, but I didn't get anything. But I'm like, oh, should have got something.
They'll have one again, won't they?
Yeah, most likely. They're pretty good for their deals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to get that Howling limited set though. It looks really good. Have you seen American Werewolf in London?
Years ago. I'm waiting for a copy of. I should have a Blu-ray coming. I've not got it yet, but I was planning on watching that this weekend, but I've not got it. I've not got the film yet to watch. So,
in my opinion, it's probably the greatest werewolf film ever made. But that's just me. The Howling is usually... Sorry.
There's an Arrow release of it as well.
Yeah, I've got that.
Pretty popular.
That's the release I've got.
Yeah.
But the Howling is usually in the conversation alongside American Werewolf. That's some of the best werewolf films. Yeah, I recommend it. I do. Soph says, go in there. I am bored. Oh yeah, mashed potato. Yeah. Me and Soph, our relationship has devolved into us watching Bodger and Badger at like 2 a.m. for no reason.
I'm asleep at that time.
Oh god, I don't think we do sleep, do we? No,
Doesn't sound like it.
we don't sleep. Paul Tam says, "Are you guys watching the Chucky TV series? And if so, what do you think of it so far?" I've literally watched half of the first episode, so I can't really comment on anything yet.
No, I've not watched it yet. I've seen Paul mention it on Instagram or something, but
yeah,
I've heard it. I've heard it's all right. I might wait until it's all like finished, like wrapped up, and then I'll like, read it. I think
that's what I'm thinking of doing. To be honest,
it was like a long TV show, like a film almost.
Yeah, I think it's a shame that it's on Sci-Fi Channel and Netflix didn't grab it or something like that. So
yeah,
what I like about Netflix is that if they're making a show, they'll put the whole season up. You can just binge it. That's what I'd rather do than wait week in, week out for.
I hate waiting for stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm an impatient bastard, is what I am. So yeah. We have Pete, Playtendo guy. Welcome to the stream, Pete. Thanks for joining us. Hey guys, how are you doing? What films are you planning to watch over this Halloween weekend? Well, I did mention in the beginning, me and Soph have got a list of 31 horror films that we're going through, but it's a pick at random thing. So we don't actually know what we're going to be watching until the bot kind of picks for us. So we don't have a plan, but we have a list, but we don't have a plan, essentially. Do you have anything planned, Aiden?
Yeah, like mentioned before, hopefully going to finish the Scream franchise. I'm up to third one, so 3 and 4, probably Halloween, and I'd like to watch American Psycho as well. If that's
okay.
Yeah, it's a film I've not seen yet, believe it or not, so it's high on the list to watch.
It's a film I saw a long time ago. I don't really remember much about it. I remember it's always in conversations when it concerns horror films.
Yeah.
Lots of people really like Christian Bale's performance.
Yeah, I've heard it. Great. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it's. I know I need to give it a rewatch. I've heard a lot of praise for it.
Yeah.
It's one of those films I watched when I was a teenager and just forgot about.
Yeah.
One of those things. Paul Tams says, "Have you guys watched the In Search of Darkness documentary on 80s horror movies? 4 hours of pure bliss." I've not watched it because I'm a bit gutted because I wish I kind of backed it on Kickstarter or wherever they backed it, Indiegogo, wherever it was, because I kind of wish I could have got hold of the Blu-ray sets that came out for it, because there's volume 1 and volume 2. They're like documentaries, like fan-made documentaries.
All right, it's the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah. They seem really good. There's a lot of YouTubers that I follow that are a part of it, that are promoting it and stuff.
All right.
So I'm a bit gutted that I didn't pull the trigger on, backing it when I did, but it is what it is. But I don't know where Paul, can you let me know where I can actually watch that? Because I'd be interested.
Yeah.
Let me know if it's on a streaming site or somewhere I can watch it. That'd be cool. Minha Joel asks anyway, are you guys anticipating the new Spider-Man movie No Way Home? Now, I've got a funny opinion on the Marvel Spider-Man movies. I feel like they have no faith in Thingy Bob. Forgot his name. I'm terrible. Spider-Man, Peter Parker, the actor guy. What's his name?
Tom Holland.
That's it. That's him. Yeah, him. Forgot his name.
There you go.
I feel like they don't have faith in him, leading a film and being Spider-Man. I feel like they've always got to shoehorn other MCU elements. Especially like Homecoming was like, oh yeah, he's like Iron Man light almost. Like he had to have Tony Stark with him or to save him or do something. And then Far From Home, he still was in the shadow of Tony Stark and the tech and all that.
Yeah.
And I feel they're doing the same thing here with No Way Home. They're not letting Spider-Man be Spider-Man. They go, oh, we can't let Tom Holland just be on his own, just be a Spider-Man movie. We've got to shoehorn all this multiverse bollocks in there to please everyone and go like, oh yeah, Tobey Maguire's coming back. Yeah. Oh, it's all that universe. And I'm just like, it's unnecessary in my opinion. But I don't think we've had a proper Spider-Man film with Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Because I just want Spider-Man to be Spider-Man and just do Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah.
But they're shoehorn all the other, other nonsense in there.
He's so young. He's, his age comes into it, I think. And going back to the Tony Stark thing, and obviously now we've got Doctor Strange. I think it's that kind of father figure, because he is. I think in the films he's in high school and he's going to college in the next one, and then after that he's wrapping it up. So I think hopefully after this next film he's going to mature a lot more, and hopefully we do get that film. I think he's got it in him. But I kind of agree in what you're saying. He does have that kind of like background of people supporting him.
Yeah, and it baffles me as well, because people can disagree with me, but like, it's fucking Spider-Man. Like, I swear Spider-Man is Marvel's most popular character ever, right? In Marvel. And I'm like, why do you need to prop up Spider-Man with anybody else? Spider-Man can prop himself up. I don't get it. That's the vibe I get with these movies.
I think he's fantastic, and I've loved the movies. Like, I'm a big fan. But I would like to see more of just him. Like in the previous film with Mysterio, Jake Gyllenhaal, your eyes are on him for half the film because he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do just want to see Tom Holland do his thing, and he's definitely got the talent. But
yeah. I don't know. That's just the vibe I get. I could be.
Yeah.
My perception could be completely incorrect, but that's just the.
I'm excited though. I'm looking forward to it. I do think.
I can imagine being if I get into an early screening with a bunch of like ravenous Marvel fans, I can imagine as soon as that Tobey Maguire moment happens, people are gonna fucking lose their mind. I can see it. I can see it now.
Yeah, I'll be there at midnight for sure.
Well, I went to a midnight screening of Civil War when that came out.
Yeah, nice.
And literally, when Spider-Man came up, everyone fucking cheered. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was epic. Like, everyone fucking lost their minds a little bit.
Yeah, but it's gonna be that 10 times for the next one.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. Like, I'm not saying these films are bad. I just feel like I just don't think they've let Tom Holland breathe as Spider-Man properly.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Paul asks, have you guys checked out Dune yet? It's on the docket. I've not got around to actually get into a theatre and actually watching it yet, but I do plan to go and see it. I've heard very, very good things, so I'm hoping it's good.
I've seen it.
I'm going into it blind because I've never seen the original film. I've not read the book, so I know nothing about this universe, about this world, anything. So it's going to be a completely fresh, blind watch for me. So hopefully I'll enjoy it.
It's a pretty awesome film. It's good.
Cool. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Paul Tams also says part 1 and part 2 on Shudder, mate. Awesome. That's good to know. That's In Search of Darkness he's talking about there.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Yeah. Paul Tams says that's the problem with the Marvel Spider movies. They have to be tied into the MCU rather than his own series, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I think I understand that. I understand they're there to kind of like build up into overarching 20. Obviously, like the Infinity Saga was a 23 movie kind of narrative. I understand that, but I feel like apparently like people were saying that Shang-Chi was very good, like a fresh breath of fresh air. I've not seen it.
Yeah, it was good.
Apparently, it let a superhero be a superhero movie. Let that happen, rather than kind of apparently didn't really bog it down with too much MCU stuff. I don't see why they just can't do that with Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't think they could trust Sony because he's in the MCU to be a part of this bigger project. If it was just a standalone Spider-Man movie with connecting to nothing, and it was just Sony, they can't make Spider-Man films anymore. They Venom 2 is a perfect example of a Sony film.
I've heard it's awful.
I mean, I'm a huge Marvel fan, but that film sucks.
I've never understood the Venom thing because no Spider-Man, no Venom. As simple as that. The whole Venom character is a combination of Spider-Man, Peter Parker being the perfect host for the symbiote. It's a love-hate relationship. So Peter Parker is the perfect host for the symbiote, But when he takes over Brock, there's also a love-hate relationship because not Brock. Eddie Brock. Yeah. When he joins with Eddie, Eddie hates him because he's ruined his career or kind of ruined his career.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there's that love-hate relationship. Like Venom loves and hates Spider-Man because he ruined Eddie's career, and also he's the perfect host. This Venom, it's not Venom. It's weird. Nope. It's a very strange way to do a film about Venom when you've got no Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
Too much comedy and whatnot.
I tell you what, I thought the first Venom movie was okay. I enjoyed my time with it. What it was, right? It was fun. Yeah. But the worst part of that film was the comedy. The humor just didn't work for me at all.
Yeah.
And from that first trailer they showed of Venom 2, they seemed to triple down on that humor. And I'm just like, this is fucking cringe. It's not even funny. It's just cringe, bad humor. That it's just like,
yeah,
there just to be like, look at their dynamic. Isn't it funny? It's not funny. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're moving on. Dangerous Chris says, Trick or Treat is a good movie for Halloween. And have you watched the Creepshow TV show? It's pretty good, but not as good as the movies. Trick or Treat is on my Halloween list, so hopefully that might pop up over the weekend on a random picker thing. But I've not seen the Creepshow TV show.
No, me either.
I've not even seen the movies. So maybe that's something I should put on my list at some point. Just because it's horror season, there's not a bad time to watch a horror film for me.
Yeah.
It's my go-to genre. So cool. I'm hoping that Trick or Treat will pop up on the randomizer when it concerns my Halloween weekend. Playtender Guy says, are you going to see Edgar Wright's new film Last Night in Soho? I know nothing about it. I've not seen a trailer. Who knows? I might randomly go and see it out of the blue.
Yeah, I'll be going to see it for sure. Hopefully this weekend, if I can fit it in on Sunday, I'll definitely go because I've heard it's great, and the trailer, which I've seen many times, looks really good.
What kind of film is it, if you don't mind?
I think it's a mix of like a little bit of horror and a bit of a thriller as well.
Okay.
It's got other elements in it, but going off the trailer, it looks a bit jumpy but sinister-y as well.
Okay, now you've intrigued me.
So. It's a very strange trailer. I'd check out if you've not seen it.
Lockdown Stash, welcome to the stream. He says, "Yo, it's actually like that a lot in the comic books, guys." Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I just wish they would let Spider-Man be able just to breathe a little bit and be Spider-Man. But that's just my opinion. If they do that a lot in the comic books, that's fine. But we're not talking about the comic books. We're talking about the movies, and they're two different things, completely different things. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Min Hadjul, I keep brutalizing his name. He says, my Spider-Man will always be Andrew Garfield, though. That's interesting. I grew up with the Tobey Maguire Raimsverse movies. I just feel as Andrew Garfield's version was more realistic, I suppose he says.
Yeah.
I just felt Andrew Garfield's, I just feel like he was too old. He came across too old. He's playing this high schooler. He just felt like he was too old for the role. That's just my opinion.
I enjoyed him, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from. He felt older in that film.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was still going. I think he was going to school, right, in the first one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, guess that's what Tony was going for. But I love Tobey Spider-Man. He was so cool.
See, I'm one of these people. I don't think I hate any of the Spider-Man films. There's a lot of people that don't really like the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but I get entertainment from them. Yeah. What they are. I own them. Do you know what I mean? So
better than Venom 2.
Wow. I'm not looking forward to seeing that, but I'm gonna go and see it. But I'm not looking forward to it. The more I hear about it, the more I'm like, oh, do I have to go and see that? The thing is, I feel like I have to go and see it because I've got a Cineworld Unlimited card. I've just started it. I've just paid my first month of it.
Oh, wow.
I just got to go and see anything and everything.
Yeah.
Even if it's gonna be shit, just get my money's worth.
That's what I do. I've had my card since day one.
Yeah.
Day one. Love it.
Yeah. How long have they been doing that anyway? Cineworld Unlimited.
Years. I think I was in high school. My picture is literally me, like tiny. It's every time I show the guy behind the telly, he's like, "You need to change that picture." I'm like, "I know."
That's crazy. Vinto's Vault says, what's your favorite movie soundtrack? So many amazing ones. Two come to mind. Godzilla 1954, because it's incredible, unbelievable. It's the music that defines the kaiju genre for me. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Jurassic Park, I just get all mad. Jurassic Park is such a magical soundtrack.
Yeah.
Makes me go think back to when I was like 6 years old watching Jurassic Park for the first time.
Yeah. It's a great question, that Chris. I loved the soundtrack of Transformers, the animated movie, like unreal soundtrack. I've just got the 4K as well. I can't wait to watch. Yeah,
I want to get that. I want to get that 4K. I've got that soundtrack. I've got that soundtrack on vinyl. It's gloriously 80s. Gloriously 80s.
It's just it's great. So yeah, that's my pick.
That's a good shout. I love that song. The song by Lion, the Transformers theme by Lion at the end of the film. Yeah. It's just that was on at CX a few months ago, and I walked in and it came on like right, and there was these guys in the back looking at some DVDs. I'm just looking. They come on, and literally, all of us went Transformers, and started just rocking out to it in CX.
It's so good.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love a bit of 80s rock and metal and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Awesome. Minhajul says Venom 2 was terrible, absolute trash straight from the toilet. Wow. That's something. Well, I can see what I think about it. The first trailer didn't really have me excited, put it that way. He also says, Jason, I know you're a fan of monster movies, especially the MonsterVerse franchise. And I just wanted to know, do you think we will get new installment in the series, especially Son of Kong? Now, Son of Kong is just a rumor. It's just like a idea from Legendary. It's not actually been locked down as definitely going to be the next film. I want them to, even though this is quite hard for me to say because I love Godzilla, I want them to do a separate film, introduce a new monster, and do it about that, and have a new monster to bring into it. Because I feel we've had two Godzilla films, 3 if you include Kong, and we've had 2 Kong films. So I feel like I think we need another monster in there to be a protagonist monster. Maybe, I don't know. That's just my idea, but I don't want another Kong film this soon after Godzilla versus Kong.
No.
Personally, that's just my opinion. What do you think about the MonsterVerse, Aiden?
I love it. I mean, I'm not as big as a fan as you. It's your thing. It's your forte, but it's great. Did you manage to see the last one in the cinema? Did you go?
No, I didn't get to go in the end.
Oh.
No, which sucks because which was really sucky because I saw Godzilla 2014 when it came out in the cinema.
Yeah.
And I saw King of the Monsters in the cinema. The only one I didn't see in the cinema was Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, because I think I watched it at home originally because it was like streaming, so I watched that, and then I think Movie Bug went to cinema to see it as well, and he said the sound was much better, so I thought, right, I'll get my cinema card and go, and it was great. It was really good. I've heard the 4K is pretty nice as well.
The 4K is like one of the best 4K discs I own. It looks the Hong Kong sequence looks unbelievable in 4K.
Yeah, I've not got it yet. I'm waiting to get it. It's in the 2 for $25 now, so
yeah,
I might pick that up. Yeah.
Tom 180 asks the question of all questions: what's your favorite decade of film? I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to say 80s because there's a lot of films from the 80s that I absolutely adore. Aliens, Critters, Die Hard, Predator. There's fucking loads. Lethal Weapon. There's so many, right? Nightmare on Elm Street, all the Friday the 13th are in the 80s. Like, there's so many. Yeah, the 80s most likely.
Yeah. Probably for me, the films that I kind of, I guess, grew up with. So between like 2000, 2010, I just think those 10 years from when I was growing up, I watched films like all the time.
Yeah.
And there's got to be some good ones in there as well. Like, so
yeah,
especially the kid stuff. As you're growing up, it's a bit of nostalgia as well.
Yeah, it's funny because when I talk about horror, if we're going to go to horror as a second, like I have a big nostalgia for early, like, you know, the 2000 era of horror.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily the best era for horror at all, but I remember that's when I got into horror in that decade.
Yeah,
I got into a lot of the, you know, Saw, Hostel, those kind of movies and stuff like that. And
I love the Saw as well.
I would say I love it. I think the first two films are fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it does devolve into just nonsense after that. But I really liked it. I think they're entertaining. I just don't think they're like amazing. However, I did go and see Spiral at the cinema when that came out.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that for what it was.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I mean, I think it could have been a really good police procedural without the ties to Saw. It did feel a bit forced. It felt a bit forced. But I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yep.
Good time. I still need to get it on physical. I don't own it yet.
Yeah, me neither.
Need to get it on the physical.
Black Friday, maybe.
Lockdown Stash says, I hear that we are talking about the films, but a lot of the films are actually based off the comic books. Yeah, I know, but like they're not have to be exactly the same, do they? Usually you'll find there's not much. There's some parallel, but they're not like exactly one-to-one copies. They take a lot of liberties. I don't know. I understand things are taken from the comic books, but like doesn't mean I have to like it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Anyway, so they used a lot of storylines and moments from the books. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of references and connections to the comic book and the original material, but I think obviously what you were saying is you just kind of want to see him, you know, on his own.
Yeah, just be Spider-Man. You know, I remember like I think I don't know where this was, but I remember seeing a list of like unknown facts about like comic book characters, and apparently there's a comic book about Spider-Man where Dr. Octopus gets Spider-Man's body, and he realizes that Spider-Man could have killed him in one punch, but Spider-Man holds back because he's that powerful.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff is cool, right? So there's a lot of stuff like that. Like if that was a fucking movie, I'd watch that. Dr. Octopus nicking his body and realizing, holy shit, he could just punch me, I'd be dead.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. But yeah, I would love to see Spider-Man just be Spider-Man, just zip around and just do Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, and there's loads of villains as well that we've not seen yet. We keep seeing the same ones, and I think with this film, we are pretty much seeing the same villains from years ago, which it is cool for people like us who have seen the originals and grown up with it. But you know, if you are looking at the comics, there's so many more villains that they've not even touched on yet. So
yeah, I'd love to see like Scorpion and Rhino come into play.
Sinister Six. Cool. I think they're working on that.
Yeah. Because it was meant to be after Amazing Spider-Man 2, because they teased it at the end, didn't they?
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, it was meant to have a Sinister Six movie after that, but that all went to shit because Amazing Spider-Man 2 didn't do very well.
Yeah. They teased it in Homecoming as well, kind of.
Oh, yeah. Tom180 says, what are the films you've rewatched the most of all time? Two that come to mind for me is probably Critters and Die Hard. I've seen those films way too much than I can even count. Yeah, so those are probably the two films I can think of the most.
Ooh, great question. For me, I think Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Love that film. Growing up with that film was great. And Lord of the Rings, all three. Big fan. Big fan.
I'm not the biggest fan of those films. I do like them.
Yeah.
But I'm not like super into those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It is.
Yeah. Like I'm like I don't know for sure if it's Critters or Die Hard, but I know that I've watched those films way too much. Like a lot of my life hours were spent watching those two movies. Min Haljul says, yes, I would love to see Destroyer, and if Legendary gets the rights from Toho, I think eventually he's bound to make a debut in a new Godzilla movie. I just hope Godzilla isn't killed off by Destroyer. The thing is, though, now Destroyers, when Mijaho is talking about, he's going into the Japanese films at this point.
Yeah.
The thing with Destroyer, there's a film called Godzilla vs. Destroyer, came out in 1995, and Godzilla dies in it. He dies. That's the whole point. That's the point of the movie. Like Godzilla dies. Spoilers. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, so he says, "Oh, I hope Godzilla isn't killed off by Destroyer," but he has to be. That's the storyline. So if Legendary gets the rights to retell that story, Godzilla has to die because that's the story of that original movie. Well, in my opinion, that's how it should go. And they should have Godzilla Jr., which you have that in that original film, and maybe he can grow up to be the new Godzilla. I think that would be a good send-off to move on from the Godzilla we know in the Legendary movies.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good. But yeah, Destroyer is probably a big shout for like the next big villain for Legendary to use in the next MonsterVerse movie. Okay, Lockdown stashes, that's Superior Spider-Man. Interesting. See, I'm learning new things. Thanks for that, man. So yeah, that sounds cool though, that storyline.
Yeah.
Minhajul says, yes, I want Scorpion because there's been toy leaks, but rumors are saying we are only seeing the Sinister Five. Like what? I don't think I've seen any toy leaks.
No, me neither. No.
He also says it would be nice to see a villain and preferably Scorpion from Holland's universe. Yeah, I mean, like, he's got a great rogues gallery. I would love to see more of the kind of unknown ones. I know we're getting Kraven the Hunter his own film, isn't it? Kraven the Hunter is getting his own movie.
Yeah.
That should be a good
hopefully
time.
Will be good. I hope it's good.
Tom 180 says, mine is probably something like Matilda, or in adult life, probably Commando. Fair?
Adult life.
I love Commando. Commando is so good. He told me he was going to kill me last. I lied. Oh, I fucking love that movie. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired. So good. That is the end of the comments. Any more questions you have, guys? We would appreciate it. We've already been going for like 38 minutes and already at the end of the comments. What blasphemy is this?
No,
this never happens, Bob.
Keep them coming. Keep the
questions coming, mateys. I don't know what I'm doing that voice for.
What films have you watched recently, then?
So, without giving away what we watched today, because it's part of the video.
Yeah.
We watched the 2 Last Exorcism movies. Have you seen those? Last Exorcism?
Nope.
The first one's a really cool, like found footage, documentary style exorcism movie.
Yeah.
Which I think is quite underrated. It's really good performances, a really kind of slow burn story that ends into some crazy shit at the end. So that was really good. We watched the sequel. The sequel carries on like about like four months after the fact, after the first movie. And it was the most boring. Literally, we watched the film. We watched the first 50 minutes of the movie, me and Soph.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Right. And we're like, this is shit. Let's turn it off. If you even finished it, we turned it off because it was shite.
Hate when that happens, especially like a sequel as well.
Yeah, especially when the first movie is really like underrated and no one really talks about it.
Yeah. But
maybe no one talks about it because they know the sequel was fucking shit.
Well, possibly. Yeah.
Obviously, so you said about what I've watched recently. Halloween Kills. Now you've seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
A big shout here. Spoilers for Halloween Kills. You might be more positive than me, but this is probably my most disappointing film of the year.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like it was like a filler episode, right? It did nothing narratively. It was just like, yeah, Michael he's pretty much invincible. He can just kill. He just kills. I don't know where the narrative is going.
No.
The whole subplot with the mob in the hospital was pointless, absolutely pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I just feel like
the worst part that.
Yeah. It completely just brought the film to a halt.
Yeah.
I wrote a little mini review on my Facebook and I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I said, the kills are really good, absolutely visceral kills.
Yeah, the kills are great. Yeah.
But like, I feel like it feels to me like they didn't have a long enough story to stretch into like 2 hours or whatever it is. So they just did this bullshit mob story and just planted Michael kills throughout it, and it's just like. And also, they say evil dies tonight so much I wanted to vomit.
You could play a drinking game with that, I think. Take a shot every time they say it.
Fucking hell. Yeah, they say it so much, it's ridiculous.
It's like the mob scene with the hospital. Again, spoilers, guys, but we're getting into it. They're in the hospital, they're running around chasing this dude. Hundreds of people squeezing in this one room, and he's outside killing people like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. And then there's this massive mob. There's loads of them. They still lose. Like, the kills are brutal.
Yeah, like the bit towards the end. Well, like I said, complete spoilers for Halloween Kills, guys. So put your fingers in your ears or do something, or mute the video, whatever, mute the stream. The bit where they finally layer a trap for Michael and they trap him. They take his mask, they run off, they surround him. I was like, I got a bit excited. I was like, oh, I want to see this. Oh, what's gonna happen? Of course, he takes 6 bullets to the chest. He doesn't die.
Nope.
Like, they all die. He just fucking wrecks them. He just wrecks their day. Absolutely just fucking wrecks their day.
Mask
like,
put back on, and then you're like, oh shit.
I'm just like, I think when it comes to like it be, I thought it was shot nice.
Yeah.
Like the opening bit with the fireman
was really good.
Yeah, him coming out of the house, and you see on in their eyes, they know who it is, and they get ready to fuck. I was like, you're all dead, mate. You're all dead.
Yeah.
And it's funny. There's a big plot hole in the movie. It's not a plot hole. It's just a logic hole, right? Where the mob keeps going, with all of us together, strength in numbers, yeah. And it's over the news. It's like 11 people have been massacred by Michael Myers tonight. I'm like, if he can kill fucking 11 people on his own, I don't think numbers are going to be anything to help you guys.
Yeah.
And clearly they didn't, because they all got fucking wrecked.
Yeah. You've got a fireman with a chainsaw.
Yeah, like a fast circular saw, isn't it?
And then right at the end, you've got this guy in the mob with a baseball bat, and you're like, really? It's not going to end well, is it?
But also, one of the guys puts like 6 bullets in him, and he still gets up.
And a pitchfork, and the rest.
Oh yeah, and the pitchfork, yeah.
He gets fucked up just as bad as the other people, but he lives. It's like,
he's just like. There's some really bad dialogue as well that I feel like the script is just one of the worst parts of the film. Some of the dialogue is fucking atrocious. There's that bit where she's trying to explain to the copper on the bed next to her, Laurie Strode, to the cop. I forgot his name. Frank. That's it. Frank. Goes, when she says those lines, I just cringe. It was really bad when she goes, every time he kills, he transcends. So what are you trying to say, movie? You trying to say he's a god now? Like what? Like
that's the feeling I got from it. And I was disappointed with her performance, because in the 2018 movie, she was so kick ass, and
Yeah.
a female lead. She was great. And in this, she does nothing. Like, the lines are bad. She doesn't deliver them well. She literally just sits in a bed the whole film.
Yeah. That's the thing as well. Like me and Soph, we watched 2018 Halloween and then Halloween Kills on back-to-back nights, right? And I only saw Halloween 2018 once in the cinema when it came out. So watching it recently, really fucking enjoyed it the second time round.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm really hyped for this new one. Even though I knew that loads of people were like saying, oh yeah, it's kind of bad, blah, blah, blah. I was like, don't care about that. If it's got awesome kills and it's got Michael being a badass, don't care. And it's funny how your mind goes, yeah, I just want to see Michael kill stuff.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
He does that really well in this film, but yet the film still kind of completely falls flat for me.
Yeah. It's an enjoyable film. I had a great time. He kills people. It's fun.
Yeah.
But it falls a little bit flat everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And I just don't remember, because I've not seen all the Halloween films. I've seen Halloween 1 and 2 from the original first two.
Yeah.
And I've seen 20 Years Later and Resurrection, and I've seen the two Rob Zombie films.
Yeah.
And the 2018 one. So I don't remember none of those. Not once did they say that he wasn't human. I've always assumed Michael was human, but they've explained why he kills is because he's just evil. That's it. No explanation. He's evil incarnate. That's what he is. Not once have they said he's a god or he's immortal or he's not human. Yeah. But in Kills, they treat him like he's this unkillable godlike figure. And I don't understand where that came from.
Yeah. He takes a lot of damage in this film compared to like the previous film. Like, he actually takes a lot of physical damage, and he keeps getting back up. I know there's going to be like a third. Is it classed as a third or fourth film, technically? But it's I mean, that is going to be the end, though, isn't it? The next one.
Apparently, yeah. Oh. I've got a feeling if that movie does well, we're going to get a fourth one that says Halloween never ends. It's be really cringe. But yeah, anyway, like also you're talking about the amount of abuse, the amount of damage and that he takes in Kills.
Yeah.
In Halloween Kills. He's meant to be like this 60-year-old man or something, isn't he? Like, how long has it been since the original movie? This is meant to be like following how many years after that. He's like this old dude, like not old, but he's like an older dude.
Yeah.
He's not a young chap. He's meant to be like the one thing I love about this 1978 movie is that Michael Myers, the Shape, was this regular dude who happened just to want to kill people. That's all he was. But for some reason, in these new ones, they've made him into this unkillable being, and I don't know. They haven't explained why. They're just like, oh yeah, he can't die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you just saw him take 6 bullets to the chest, but he's getting up. I'm not going to explain it. He's just going to get up and he's going to fuck you up. I don't know. There's a lot of problems with this movie.
Yeah.
But I'm probably going to buy it on Blu-ray because I have to complete the franchise because I'm a fucking dumbass like that. I do. It's collector's problems. I know.
True. It's true. Physical media. Props. But we love it, though. We love it.
Right, good, cool. So we got the Halloween Kills spiel out of the way, and that's made the chat kind of fill up. Great, that was awesome. Yeah. Good job. Tom 180 says, we'll take Cook's car. He won't be needing it. Yeah, that's from Commando when he drops him. I lied. God's sakes. Soph asks, what do you like to have with mashed potato? I like to have pie with liquor with my mashed potato.
Pie
and mash and liquor. Yeah.
Pie and mash.
Yes, mate.
I like a roast.
Oh yeah. Roast. I have roast potato with a roast.
Yeah.
I don't have mashed potato with a roast.
We have both. I think it's a thing that we have up here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We're weird.
We'll have Bangers and Mash. That's quite nice.
Oh yeah, good shout.
Sophie likes to ask the really odd questions. She's over here laughing at me. Brilliant. Minha Jewel says Toby's going to put some dirt in our eyes. I don't know what that means, but we can move on.
Is that about Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's about Spider-Man, but I don't know in what context what that means. Anyway, Andy from Forgot About a Movie says, thoughts on Fright Night. I've watched parts 1 and 2 today. Really like them both. I've only seen the first one, and it's my favourite vampire film of all time. I love that movie. Absolutely love it.
He's talking about the original, isn't he?
Yeah.
You guys are gonna hate me. I'm a big fan of the. Is it classed as a remake, isn't it? With Colin Farrell in it. And
you know what? I've not seen it. I own it. I've heard it's actually pretty good. So
it's really enjoyable. I like
it. Get onto it at some point, but the original, I absolutely I adore the original film. It's so good.
Yeah, I might watch the original tonight. To be fair, yeah, it's on my list and it's high up as well. It being Halloween, so
it's delightfully 80s. So it already gets like 10 points in my book.
Yeah,
it's so good. I can't recommend Fright Night enough. It's so good.
I didn't know those were either. So
me neither until fairly recently. So I need to hunt that down. I don't even know if it's had a Blu-ray release or not, because I've got Fright Night the original on Blu-ray through a Rika label.
All right, I can certainly check while we're on the stream.
Awesome. Minha Jewel says, It is only now I appreciate Toby's funny lines. I may need to revisit those movies before the new one is released in theaters December 17th. Fair enough. So okay, funny lines. Was that meant to be the one what he said before? Put some dirt in.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think he says it in the film.
No, it went right over my head. It really did. Playtendo guy Pete asks, "What is your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street film?" Mine would be Nightmare on Elm Street 3: The Dream Warriors. How about you?
It's a franchise I've just never been involved with it, never seen it. It's all new to me.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's going to be next year's Halloween binge, I think. Yeah.
Cool. That's fair. We've got a lot more comments from Min Hajul in the chat. They say, I don't know if it's a girl or guy or whatever. I don't know. They say, Jason and Aidan, do you guys own the Spider-Man Legacy box set? Because I love that beautiful gem of a set I own. I don't own that. I have Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 separately on Blu-ray, and I have the first Blu-ray box set of the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy.
Yeah, nice. That's a nice set, actually. It's all right. Yeah, I don't own the Legacy box set. I've got the 5-movie Blu-ray box set, and I've rebought them on 4K, but like individually when they were on like 3 for 30 and 2 for 20. So I've not overspent. I know they're bringing out new box sets on Zavvi and HMV.
Oh, okay.
I think it might just be Zavvi, but they're coming out near Christmas. But nice. I've got them individually. So
I'm tempted to rebuy them on 4K, because my local CX someone must have just traded them all the Spider-Mans on 4K. So in my local CX they've got 1, 2, 3, Amazing 1 and 2, and Homecoming and Far From Home all on 4K.
Jeez.
So I've got Far From Home on 4K as a subscriber now, so I could get Homecoming and then the other ones, but
yeah,
I don't know if I really am desperate to own them on 4K because I think the Blu-rays are pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a bit fussy whether to get things on 4K or not, because you never know if the transfer is going to be good or not.
Yeah, so what do you research? Look on YouTube and stuff, reviews and whatnot.
He continues to say, by the way, I'm a diehard fan of Myers and Freddy Krueger, and I own all the horror slasher box sets. For example, the limited edition of Elm Street HMV exclusive and Midnight Factory's Halloween collection. Cool. I missed out on that limited HMV set for Nightmare on Elm Street. I kind of wish I'd pulled the trigger on that when I had the chance. But I have that same Midnight Factory Halloween set. It's the cheapest way to get the first 8 Halloweens in the box set on Blu-ray. It's pretty good. You can get it from Amazon Italy. I'm not sponsored, just saying. Minhajul continues to say, including the Chucky complete 7-movie collection from the US Region 3, if you know which I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I've got them all separately on Blu-ray. The Chucky films.
Yeah, I think he's on about is it the yellow box?
Yeah, it's like a good guy box, isn't it? With Chucky. Yeah, I think it's that one.
I've seen that in the CX over there as well. Surprisingly.
Yeah. It's quite pricey in CX, isn't it? Like 40 quid they want for it or something.
I think it was like 50. I was like,
oh bloody hell.
It's a lot for us, pre-owned.
He says, how about you lads? Yeah, so basically what you just said, I have the slim case Friday the 13th collection. I have the Midnight Factory Halloween set. I have the slimline Nightmare on Elm Street set, and I have all the Child's Plays films, Chucky films, separately on Blu-ray, like individual.
Yeah.
I've got all the Saw films on Blu-ray as well. Yeah, I can go on and on. I've got a lot of horror.
Yeah. The only horror box set I've really got is the Saw one, and I got that this year. I'm getting more into my horror films this year, but I don't own that many. And I've seen a couple in the sale. H&V have got a good sale on, and Amazon as well at the minute. I think that is it the Nightmare on Elm Street was that $16.99 recently for the box set, something like that. So
okay, that's cool.
It's pretty good.
Cool. Min Hajul says, do you guys like Star Wars? I do like Star Wars quite a lot. Not a fan of the sequel trilogy at all, though, if I'm honest. I know that seems to be like, it's cool to dislike the sequel trilogy, but I'm very much a person that I do like when a story is complete, and the sequel trilogy, the story is all over the place. It's not a complete story for me. I rewatched the prequel trilogy fairly recently and had a blast with it. It's amazing because I used to dunk on that trilogy years ago. I used to say it was shit, but revisiting it, I had a lot of fun with Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones has its problems big time.
Yeah.
Especially the boss, like a do that kind of thing. Feels like that film's very padded to fill the runtime. But when you get to Revenge of the Sith, it's just all that. Revenge of the Sith is like awesome to me. Like revisiting that film, it's so good. And I think you can see, like, going from Attack of the Clones to Revenge of the Sith, you see what's the fucking guy's name? What's the actor's name who plays Anakin Skywalker?
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen, that's it. Yeah, you can see him get better from one film to the next.
Yeah,
because I don't think he's particularly good in Attack of the Clones as an actor. Maybe it's the script, maybe it's the dialogue that doesn't help.
Doesn't help. No.
But in Revenge of the Sith, he's you can tell he's really gotten into the head of the character and really gotten in there, and it's really good.
Yeah, especially right at the end, that transition is amazing. Like, I love that film.
Really good. Yeah, it's great. It's really like, I haven't had a chance to see the Star Wars films in theaters, but I got in London. There's a cinema called Prince Charles Cinema, and they acquire old like 35mm prints of older films and do and show older films, and they've never done the trilogies, like the Star Wars trilogies, as like a marathon.
Yeah,
because they've only ever gotten the reels that they've gotten individually. So they might randomly screen Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
for a couple of weeks or something. I'm waiting for them to do like a prequel to original marathon, the Star Wars, because I'd be there day one.
That'd be great. 6, just the 6 of them.
Yeah. And they did do. I didn't go to it, but they did extended editions, Hobbit trilogy and Lord of the Rings trilogy. It was a 24-hour marathon. It was ridiculous. It was fucking hell. Who could survive that? Like,
no,
six movies.
I'm a big fan, but I mean, I couldn't do that. It's too long.
Yeah, but they did that there. I went to an X-Men marathon when they did X-Men 1 through to Days of Future Past.
What? That sounds amazing.
Awesome. That was awesome. It was like 9 p.m. until 9 a.m. So it was like all through the night. It was pretty cool. I fell asleep through Last Stand though. By the time we got to like Last Stand, I kind of fell asleep. My mate had to like nudge me to keep me awake. He kept saying to me, "Start eating your popcorn because it'll keep you awake." I'm like, "Oh, okay." No.
Yeah.
I went to an Arnold Schwarzenegger marathon as well. That was fucking awesome.
What films did they show for that?
It was Conan the Barbarian, Commando, Predator, The Terminator, Total Recall, and Terminator 2. It was awesome.
That cinema sounds amazing.
It's really good, and I think it's I forget what the thing, but they have a lifetime membership. It's like 50 quid, and you get like discounts off popcorn. You get discounts on tickets, but it's like a one-time payment. It's a lifetime membership, so you pay £50. That's it. You're a member for life. Really fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's such cool cinema.
That sounds great.
They do. Because I can't afford to go to them, but they always do horror marathons. Like this weekend, they've got a John Carpenter marathon.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. Like it's like it's like Halloween, The Thing, Escape from New York, They Live. It's so good. Like, I need to go to one of those at some point next year, maybe.
Yeah, I wish we had that up there, but.
But yeah, it's really, movie marathons are cool. Moving on to the comments, Tom 180 says, Halloween 2018. The dad saying he got peanut butter on his penis was the worst line of all time. Yeah, it was kind of awful. Yeah, it was kind of bad. Tom 180 says, what's your favourite and least favourite genre of film? Favourite would be horror. By extension, monster movie, because I kind of see that within the horror genre. Least favourite, probably musical. I'm not a musical fan.
That's a good question, Tom, but it's so hard to answer as well. I'm literally into anything. God, like even romantic comedies. I actually like a lot of them, surprisingly. Least favourite, probably drama, because I don't tend to ever go, oh, I'm in the mood to watch a drama. So I'll put that as my least favourite. And favourite, probably go for like action or sci-fi. You can't go wrong with a sci-fi.
So when it concerns drama, you've not seen films like Parasite?
Yeah, but I think if I've got to put it as like least favourite, I'm thinking if I'm sitting down overnight after work and I want to watch a film, I never ever think, oh, I'll put on a drama.
Okay, fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I watch them like sporadically. I don't tend to watch them that often. But Parasite's a great film, though. I fucking love that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember my friend recommended it to me, and I'm always a bit iffy when it comes to like Best Picture Oscar winners, because I feel like they're just gonna be artsy up there and ask kind of movies. Fuck me, what?
Yeah, it's a great one.
We have Pete, Plagino guy says, I watched Wreck the other day. Absolutely fantastic found footage film. Wreck is probably one of the best examples of a found footage movie. It's just great, absolutely great. It's about this news anchor. She's with a team of firemen to see how their day-to-day job is going. They end up at this apartment, and it gets locked down due to a contamination, and they're locked in, and some crazy shit goes down. It's fucking awesome. It's so good. Yeah. I highly recommend Wreck.
I've heard it's really good. That's got an Arrow release as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's quite a recent Arrow release, I think.
Yeah, it's on offer as well, so I might have to pick that one up.
Yeah. How are you with films with subtitles? Because it's Spanish with English subtitles.
Perfectly fine. Yeah, I've watched quite a few, like Parasite and Train to Busan, Apocalypto, Mel Gibson's Apocalypto.
Oh, wait, what a shout! That film's amazing.
One of my favorite films, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. I've got it on
Cool.
Blu-ray. I love that film. It's delightfully it's almost like realistically brutal as well.
Yeah. I love stuff like that though. It's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love that film. Yeah, I only asked that because I know some people that don't really care for subtitles. Like, isn't really into subtitles. My mum, she won't even watch anything with subtitles. So
I know people like that as well. Yeah, I know quite a few people that have been watching Squid Game
my mum was like,
dubbed. I watched it with subtitles on.
Oh, okay. I've not watched that yet. I've seen so much like talk about that show that it's kind of put me off because I've heard so much about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel sometimes some things get overhyped, so I just kind of don't care anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, it is really good. I think you'd like it, but maybe let it die down a bit and then go into it fresh.
Yeah,
it's good.
Minhajul says, Star Wars there has something great in it for everyone somewhere. There is a great movie in there somewhere. Star Wars is such an important franchise, and that's my beat, I guess. That's fair. I can't agree. I remember someone bringing up an idea of like an R-rated Star Wars, and I said no, because I feel the stories they tell in the Star Wars universe should be suitable for everyone. Because I was a child when I saw the original trilogy, and those movies mean a lot to me as growing up,
Yeah.
So I don't want to see. I would like Star Wars to remain, family friendly for everyone.
Yeah.
To enjoy. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. There is something for everyone in Star Wars. He says he strongly believes this. That's cool, man. That's cool. Latino guy says, thoughts on the 2020 Invisible Man film? I have not seen it, so I can't.
Oh, really? No, that's a pretty good film, to be fair. It's one that I've seen in the cinema, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I've got the 4K, but I've yet to watch it, so I don't know what that's like. But yeah, pretty good film.
Is it a James Wan film?
No, I don't think it is.
Or did he produce it? Oh, I can't remember.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
For some reason, I kind of heard his name be floating around when that film came out, but I could be wrong. I could misheard things. Anyway, Tom 180 says, "Is that come up? No, it hasn't. Show it, you bastard! Oh, for God's sake, Streamyard work." Tom 180 says, "Loomis always says stuff like Michael is not human, but that's just his way of saying he's dangerous, really." Okay, that's interesting. Geeky Hijinks, hello Joe, welcome to the stream. Evening guys, happy Halloween Eve. Yeah, hope you have a good Halloween, Joe. I really do. Geeky Hijinks says, John Carpenter said in a documentary that Michael Myers may or may not have a hint of the supernatural about him, but it's left to the audience to work that out. So think they went that route with it. Like, that's fine. But I feel with Halloween Kills, it seems like that they're not leaving it to the audience. They're straight up showing you him take 6 bullets to the chest and getting up from it. So that's them basically. That's the makers of that movie making that decision, taking that decision away from the audience.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit like,
It kind of makes it like unrealistic, because at the end of the day, he's a serial killer, isn't he? He kills people, and then he might slit someone's throat and they die, but he gets shot 6 times, stabbed by a pitchfork, and he gets up.
Yeah, and he's like a 60-something man as well. He's meant to be a man in his like 60s or whatever his age is. I don't know what the age is meant to be. I don't know how old he was meant to be in the original Halloween.
Well, yeah, because Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween Kills looks old.
Yeah.
This guy must be fucking old.
Yeah. I will give Halloween Kills kudos for one thing. I obviously we've mentioned the kills, but I would say they were very good to hide his face whenever he wasn't wearing his mask. They did that very well, I thought.
Yeah, the camera work was really nice. Yeah. And I loved as well the music right at the start. Oh, it was so good. Like the original music.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I mean, it's got some positives, but as a cohesive story, it fails, I think. Minho Jewel says, I think the new Halloween movie kind of sucked. It was just a mixed bag for me. I'm hearing that a lot from people, that it was a mixed bag. Like, I don't think I've not seen anyone that I think there's one channel that reviewed it and generally hated it, which was Leon Talks Film. He 1-star review kind of thing. He hated it. But for the most part, it seems to be like I gave it like a middle of the road, like 5 out of 10 kind of thing, if we're going to do scores. But I don't know. Maybe it's one of those films that I could rewatch in a couple of years and actually enjoy more. You never know. I'm going to buy the Blu-ray because I've got to, because it's a franchise and I'm a completionist like that. But it is what it is. Tom Holland, Holland, fucking hell, that's not him. That's Tom 180. Twat. I'm a twat. He's replying to the mashed potato question. He has sausages with his mashed potato. We have Film Flick in the chat. Hello. I hope you're doing well, man. He says, "Hey guys, how are you this fine evening?" Doing well. It's been a pretty good stream so far. Been having a good little chat.
Yeah, we got some good questions as well.
Yeah. Minhajul says, we could do with a nice Scream collector's set, despite I only dig the first one. I would like to see a complete set come out.
Yeah.
Because it's weird because there's 4 films at the moment, but you only can get the trilogy as a set.
Yeah.
A bit odd.
It is.
I don't know whether that's because there's a different studio owns Scream 4, maybe. I don't know if
I think it is. I think that was the reason behind it. Because I looked recently at getting it because I seen it cheap and it was the trilogy and then Scream 4 separately. But then we're getting the new one in January, so it's like, are they ever going to, put a big one together?
You said you've got Scream 3 and 4 to watch. Are they first time watches for you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I've recently rewatched the films myself. I watched the first one in the cinema, which gave me a brand new appreciation for that film. I think it's one of the best slashers ever made.
Yeah, I love the first one.
I had seen 2 and 3 before, but I didn't remember them at all, really.
Yeah.
And I had never seen 4, so that was quite interesting to go through those. I'm looking forward to the new one as well. However, it bugs me they just called it Scream. That bugs the fuck out of me.
Oh, I know,
because now we've got to go Scream the original or Scream 2022. They do that
because it clearly carries on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just
that's annoying.
That's the trend at the moment.
Rebooting,
especially in horror, reboot a franchise by calling it just the name of the franchise, but somehow it's still a sequel in some way. I hate it.
Yeah.
Like Halloween 2018. Yeah, Halloween 2018 should have had a subtitle or something.
Yeah.
Because it annoys me. It's like, oh, do you like Halloween? Which one? Oh, fuck's sake. The original or 2018 or or the remake. Oh, what do you like? The original, the remake of 2018. That's Halloween's one of those franchises that has literally had it's like fucking hell. So it's had an original, it had a direct sequel to the original. Then it had a remake and a direct sequel to the remake. Then it had a reboot and a direct sequel to the reboot. Fuck me, it's so fucking messed up. Oh, Hollywood, get your shit together for fuck's sake.
I know.
Give it a
it's
subtitle.
Confusing.
It's not hard.
I know, it's so confusing.
Oh god.
I found as well. A side note, I found on Amazon Fright Night Part 2.
Yeah.
But it's an import from somewhere. Fuck knows what language it is. Oh no, wait, it's Spanish. Noche. Noche Miedo. Spanish. If you guys can see it on there, kind of.
Oh yeah.
Kind of.
So,
it's £10 anyway, so.
Yeah. Don't tempt me. I can't afford it. Minhajul says, my favourite is Revenge of the Sith, though I'm aware it's controversial, but I love that movie because that for me is what defines Star Wars, the world and planets and everything, you name it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
it's quite a popular opinion.
I don't think it defines Star Wars for me. Like Star Wars will always be the original movie would be always like I love Empire Strikes Back because it's probably my favorite. But when it comes to like when someone says Star Wars, I just think of that original movie.
Yeah. I can definitely see where this person's coming from. I think people younger, when they think of Star Wars, I do think they will think of that film because that's the best of that trilogy. Yeah. I mean, kids, younger, kids like from now, in 10 years' time, may go, oh yeah, like The Last Jedi. That's that. I mean, hopefully not, because or like Rise of Skywalker's, worse. But God, but yeah, the original trilogy is like classic. That's Star Wars in a nutshell. It's iconic. But I do see where this person's coming from.
But like you said, though, Star Wars is generational.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a different answer from everybody.
Yeah.
That's what's great about that universe and that IP is that, it's so beloved. It's so massive and beloved. You're going to get a different take from anyone that you ask.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Tom 180 says, best marathon ever. If only you could finish off with Jingle All the Way. Put that cookie down now. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a great film.
That film is always on my Christmas list all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I love that film.
Another pervert. I just want a Turbo Man doll.
I got one this year as well. I was so happy.
Oh, I tell you what, I was this close to pressing buy, but I talked myself out of it. Because I looked around, I'm just like, I've got nowhere to display it.
I had to get one. I've waited literally my whole life. I got one, so happy.
It took you longer than Schwarzenegger to get one in the movie, then.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much.
Actually, it was a lot easier as well, right?
Yeah, pre-order.
Yeah. He went through hell to get his one.
Yeah, apparently it was going to drop in the stores, and then they decided for UK just to give it to Entertainer online only. And there's not that many of them, but then in Walmart in the States, they're just sat on the shelf. There's that many of them. It's like it's typical, isn't it?
We always get screwed over with things like that.
Yeah.
Minhajul says, I only own the 6 prequels and the originals on Blu-ray complete saga with the nice looking sturdy hardback set with young Anakin on the front and the rest the rest individually, such as Star Wars Force Awakens. Cool. I've got the complete Skywalker saga set that came out last year. I got it for as a birthday present. It comes with basically all 3 trilogies.
Yeah. That's like the big box one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got the Death Star on the front. It's actually a really nice set. It's actually a really good set. I recommend it. It's really nicely presented. I've been thinking about upgrading to 4K, but I just don't know whether I want to put in the money and the effort to bother with Star Wars. Do you have Star Wars on 4K?
Yeah, I was debating the longer box. Obviously, the Blu-ray box was like that big, and the 4K was really long, isn't it? I was debating that when it came out, and then it dropped down a little bit, but I ended up going with the collectible sleeve ones from HMV.
Yeah. Those are the ones that I would get, yeah.
Yeah, I like the artwork on them and stuff, and the discs are nice and safe, and they're not going to scratch up because I want to watch them. So,
yeah. I've got the what they call the despecialized trilogy. I know it's a form of, like, people would say, it's a form of piracy, but they're not going to give them to us, legally.
No.
You can't legally purchase the theatrical cuts of the original trilogy, so I'm going to bootleg them. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's how I operate.
Yeah.
But these special edition, I've got the three movies on Blu-ray physically, and they're as close to the theatrical cut as you're going to get, and they are great.
Yeah.
The transfers are really nice. You can't tell where they've been cut. You can't tell nothing. They're just really, really well done.
Yeah.
So I recommend getting a hold of those if you want a true theatrical.
Yeah. Were they like eBay or something then? That's it.
Yeah, I think for the three of them, I got them in the job lot. I think I paid about £30 for the three.
Yeah, it's not
for
bad.
About £10 of Blu-ray. It ain't too bad. I'm happy I've got them because they're my go-to trilogy.
Yeah.
For the OG trilogy, they're my go-to Blu-rays because I don't. What they did to Return of the Jedi, that opening dance and song number at the beginning, fucking hell, they ruined that fucking movie. That opening, that opening for Return of the Jedi is one of my most nostalgic half an hours of any movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like Luke comes to save Han and all that. That whole opening bit, and that they fucking ruined it in the special editions, man. What is that fucking horrific CGI dance and singing number? What the fuck was that shit? Burn it with a flamethrower. Fucking hell. I hate it. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. You can Minhaj will continue to say, is it worth upgrading all of them on 4K? I'm really interested picking up Revenge of the Sith on 4K, but I was wondering if I wouldn't know. I've just covered that. I haven't got them.
I think it's worth it if Star Wars means a lot to you and you love it. Definitely go for it. The 4Ks are really good. Disney Plus have them as well in 4K, but you're always going to get it better in a physical. So yeah, if it's something you want to pick up and you're thinking about it, I'd definitely go for it. Plus, they're always on like sales and stuff in HMV and Amazon Savvy. So they're more affordable now than it was like a year ago.
This is an interesting question. I don't know whether you go into really get into the restoration or whatever. Minhaj asks, are they just 4K upscales or are they true 4K restorations? Do you know? Especially the older films. I wouldn't know.
When they first released, I remember watching Spur Change. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his videos.
I know Brass Tacks, similar channel, isn't he?
Yeah, similar stuff. Yeah, obviously they go into like the proper details of the film. They don't review the film; they just go into the details. And I can't remember what they are, but they are really, really good. I think they're better than Blu-ray, so it's definitely the best way to see it.
Okay, cool.
But I don't know if it's a 4K upscale or what.
Interesting. Oh well, I hope that answers his question or their question. I can't assume gender, I suppose.
Yeah.
Platinum Guy says, what film would you like to get a lavish special edition? Critters, you bastards! Give me Critters right now. Critters is dying. Like it's perfect for an Arrow Collector's Edition.
Yeah,
it's ripe for an Arrow release. Arrow, sort your shit out. Get Critters license and put out a really nice limited 4K Critters fucking box.
I can see that happening. For sure, because they go for obscure titles as well. So
yeah,
I can see that.
That's my pick.
Myself, it's a great question. To be fair, I've got quite a few like nice editions and stuff, and there's some that I've seen and I've passed on. You saying yourself when we were off camera at the start, obviously about you wanted to pick up stuff in the past, but you've not, and then they sell out. Is it the Cine editions from HMV?
Yeah, Cine editions.
There's some nice sets out, but I don't know. I'd love a nice new Jingle All the Way if it got a 4K. It's the anniversary for it this year, I think, as well. So
yeah.
I'd love a 4K of that, or Home Alone 2 as well, because great film.
Oh, it's my favourite Home Alone as well.
Yeah, because we got the first one last year, so
yeah,
fingers crossed we get a 4K for that this year.
I always refer to that film as like, I swear it's like Saw before Saw, because those Harry and Marv should be dead at the end of that movie. there's that bit where it's just like, give us the camera and we can let you go. It's just like, you promise? Cross my heart and hope for die.
Yeah.
He throws the brick. He's like, shoop, 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 shoop. Like when he's like pummeling Marv with the bricks, it's just the funniest thing.
It's brilliant. It's so good.
I love it. I love that film. I always watch those two films at Christmas as well. Home
Yeah.
Alone's got to be. It's a staple.
Yeah. Me too.
That's a good shout though. I didn't even know we got Home Alone 1 on 4K.
Yeah, we got two editions. We got the standard like Amaray with the slipcover, and then a steelbook as well. So, fancy.
Yeah. I might have to hunt that down now. Damn you, Aiden, making me buy stuff. Tom180 says, got to go now, guys. Enjoyed the stream. Take care. Thanks for joining the stream.
Oh, well, thanks for watching.
Before you go, Tom, go and give Aiden a subscribe if you have not already.
Thank you very much.
Min, how's your? You're right. I'm gonna eventually like just not say his name because I keep butchering it every time.
You need a nickname for the person.
Yeah, Min. I'm gonna call him Min from now on. Call him Min. Min says, "Have you guys seen Smallville? I've grown up with that show and still up to today. I think Tom Welling has portrayed the best Superman on screen. It's just special and nostalgic. Do you guys agree?" Now, I've never seen it, but my brother absolutely adores that show, and he's got them on all the seasons on DVD. So it's a show I've been meaning to check out, but never have bothered to. If that makes sense.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I've heard it's great. Yeah, I've heard it's really good, and I love stuff like that, like the DC shows and stuff. But it's one that I've never got round to watching. We're getting a Blu-ray set as well, but God,
I've seen that.
It's expensive. It's pricey.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where like people talk about, is physical media dying? It's not dying because of people like us. And the studios making these releases know it, and they put limited numbers on there, like limited to 300 copies, because they know people like us are going to want to go and buy it, or they'll put a high price tag. Was the Indiana Jones 4K set worth 80 quid? No. Did people buy it though? Sure, they did, because the studios know, the collectors of 4K are going to fucking eat this up regardless of what we price it,
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of these like releases, that people have been. I know a lot of people have been yearning for that Smallville 4K set.
Yeah.
People will be after it. So these studios are just going to be like, we can charge whatever we want, and people will pay it. To quote Gennaro from Jurassic Park. I think I've got a point. I hope I've got a point, but I just feel like, collectors
people
like
will
us,
buy it, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, Toho could release a super lavish double steel book collector's edition 4K Godzilla 1954 for 100 quid, and I'd probably buy it because I
probably would buy it as well.
Yeah, so I'm part of the problem as much as everyone else is, but I do feel like what these companies charge for their releases is a bit, especially the box sets are a bit abhorrent.
Yeah.
One of my examples is, I don't watch Doctor Who, but they've been slowly BBC have been re-releasing the older seasons.
Yeah.
They're like 40 quid on Blu-ray. Like, I'm just like, it's a bit much, like, for that, I think, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, Smallville is definitely a show that I've been meaning to check out, but I don't know if I will. We'll see.
Yeah.
Min also says there's a lot of charm in that show. Yeah, I've heard it's good. I just haven't got around to watching it. The good thing is my brother, like, his room's next door to mine, so he's got all the DVDs, so I could just go and borrow them off him and watch it if I want to.
That's handy for you, that.
Yeah. We have the legend, that is Phil 4K Baker. Hello, Phil. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Jason. Hi, Aiden. Hope you're both doing well. Doing great, man. Doing great. Great stream. I'm working my way through the new Halloween 4Ks.
Nice.
I'm well gutted because I wanted to get Halloween 1, 2, and 3 Screen Factory 4Ks. I left it too late, and now you can't get them.
Yeah.
Typical. It's typical.
Yeah, they sold out fast as well, didn't they? Yeah. They sold out.
Phil also says, sorry, I timed that min by mistake. Sorry. No, Rose. It's okay. It's all good. Forgotten Word of Movies says, I watched the first Scream film the other day. I think that is a film that improves for me each time I watch it, which is a rare thing. Yeah, I found a new appreciation for it when I saw it in the cinema. It's really, really good. Playtender guy says, what is some of your favorite horror video games? Resident Evil 2 is a shout from me. I love Resident Evil 2, the original PlayStation Resident Evil 2. I'm probably going to throw out there. What else? Horror games. Amnesia: The Dark Descent still shits me up to this day, that game. So Resident Evil 2, Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Alien Isolation. That game's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, Alien.
Oh, that's just that game's just. It should be called. It should be called Anxiety Isolation, because that's all I feel in that game, just anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
Tense. That's a tense game to play. Jeez.
And it just goes on forever and ever. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It doesn't end. It's like a 14-hour single player campaign. It's so.
Yeah. I like the Last of Us games. They were good.
Oh yeah. I like. It's weird when someone says horror, because I don't really consider them to be horror.
No, it's
even though they sort of are. They're like stealth horror games.
Yeah, they're like borderline horror, aren't they? With obviously some of the zombie bits are jumpy as hell. So
yeah, I love both those games. Those games are fantastic.
Yeah.
My brain's gone dead for horror games. I should be a fan of horror games, but my brain's gone completely numb. Until Dawn's a good game. I like that one. Until Dawn, that's a good horror game. There's a really old game on the PS2 called Cold Fear. It's literally it's literally Resident Evil on a boat. It's really good.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to really answer.
I love PS2. What a great console that was.
Yeah. Still the best-selling console of all time. 155 million units. Fucking hell. Phil Foco Baker says Fright Night 2 is a bootleg. Apparently the one you found.
Possibly. I didn't even look who was selling it, actually. Let's have a look. It was on Amazon, but where is it from? Oh yeah, it's from a Spanish store on Amazon. So
okay.
Yeah, still pretty cool. So I don't know if you're one in the film.
Cool. I mean, if it's not officially available on Blu-ray, a bootleg will have to do.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. Pete Playdono guy says, "What is your favorite Stephen King adaptation?" See, I've not seen that. I don't think I've seen them all. Like, I really like The Mist. I think The Mist is great, really underrated.
Yeah.
See, now my brain's gone numb. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about now. So my brain's just like,
I'm
not going to tell you these things. Huh?
That was my pick, The Mist, because it was the first Stephen King film that I watched.
The Shining, that's Stephen King, right?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Doctor Sleep as well, technically as well.
Yeah, it chapter 1 was pretty good. It was actually really good. Yeah, not seen chapter 2. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on chapter 2.
Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown, that film, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just did some weird stuff with Pennywise, and I don't know, not as good as the first one.
I can't think of anything else Stephen King. My brain's gone blank completely.
The Mist is a great. People don't really know much about that film, but
it's got the most heart-wrenchingly fucking bleak ending ever.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention it because I don't think Soph has seen it. Have you seen The Mist, Soph?
No, that's one you told me about, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, she hasn't seen it, so I don't want to ruin it. It's fucking horrific. Yeah. It's bleak as hell. Did you ever watch the TV show?
No, because it was on those. I think it might have been airing weekly, so I was waiting to binge it when it finished. But then it got cancelled. I think I'm pretty sure it got cancelled.
Yeah, it's one season. There's one season. I've not read the short story, so I don't know which is more faithful. So obviously, I watched the movie with Thomas Jane, and it obviously has monsters coming out of the mist. It was I love monsters, you know me, right? So I really like the idea of these monsters coming out of the mist, and it's like it's pretty horrific. I fucking no spiders, no thanks, get them away from me.
Yeah.
You know, but the TV show, the TV show, The Mist, takes it into more of a psychological aspect. So there's no monsters. It's all people going mental.
Yeah.
It's more of a grounded approach to this mist and all this, and I'm just like, I didn't find it interesting.
Yeah.
Because it was more about
how did it
people
end then?
coping.
In terms of like, with it being cancelled, did the ending? Was it satisfying before?
I watched it ages ago, so it's going to be difficult. The last thing I can remember is the main protagonist characters escape the supermarket. Which I think it's a mall in the TV show.
Yeah.
They escape and they drive away, and that's the end, as far as I remember. But it was mostly about how people cope and all this. There was no monsters like in the original film, which I don't know. Maybe the TV show is more faithful to the short story.
Yeah,
but I do think the short story has monsters in it, like the movie does.
Yeah.
But some people might be able to check or correct me in the comments. Oh, this is good. This is a good question from Sophie. She asks, if you could rent out a cinema, what film would you show and what snacks would you have?
That's a great question.
I'm gonna throw out one that I think everyone can get on board with. I would show Jurassic Park, and I would eat all the sweet and salty popcorn, because if it's weird. When I'm at home watching a film, I don't eat popcorn watching a film. I have like savory snacks like crisps or stuffing. But in the cinema, it has to be popcorn.
Yeah.
So just be popcorn. Jurassic Park and just all the popcorn you can eat. There you go.
That's a fantastic question. Like, that's really good. A film that I've always wanted to see in the cinema, and every year I miss it because I used to work in retail, and at Christmas it's busy. You don't get a lot of time off. Home Alone 2. We've talked about it before, but I'd love to see that in the cinema with popcorn and just it'd be
Christmas time.
At Christmas as well. Like, I think they normally show 1 and 2 like Christmas Eve and the day before, but people work and stuff. It's hard. But this year I'm hoping to go and see Home Alone in cinema, so that'd be good.
Awesome. See, my local Cineworld, it advertises that you can rent out a screen. From about 120 quid, but it says that you only can show the latest movies. You have a choice of showing the latest movies.
Yeah, it's pointless, isn't it?
I know.
It's weird.
You might just book tickets. Just get plan with your mates to go and book.
Yeah.
Book up a screen and go. Even cheaper that way, right?
Exactly. Well, the snack that I'd have, popcorn, and I don't know if your Cineworld has got it, but Baskin Robbins.
I think so. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I haven't bought cinema food in years.
Yeah.
I just go to Poundland and buy 2 bags of popcorn from Poundland and a bottle of Coke, and I'm sorted because Cineworld charge a fucking fortune for their fucking snacks.
Yeah.
They already charge. I don't know what they charge for tickets up your way, but it's like £15 a ticket down in London here.
It's more in London, definitely.
Yeah. So like after I paid for my ticket, 15 quid, once you add on snacks, I'm paying about £35 just to see a film. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It actually is a joke. So I just stopped doing it. I'm just like, that's why I bought the unlimited card. So now I can just keep going to the cinema as much as I want.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to buy my snacks from like Sainsbury's or Poundland or somewhere.
Yeah.
Just save myself, 20 quid on snacks.
Exactly. Yeah, you might as well.
So that's some good shouts. Home Alone 2 is a good shout. I'd love to go to a showing that has them back to back. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you'll probably get that in that cinema by you.
Most likely, they do. I think they've done it before. Home Alone 2. Right?
So lucky.
Min says, the only horror games I own are Remothered 1 and 2, Until Dawn, Evil Dead 1 and 2, Resident Evil 2 and 4, and Little Nightmares. I've heard good things about that Little Nightmares, but I've not played it. Phil 4K Baker says Fright Night 2 is on Stinky Tuner and it's really good quality. I don't know how to even use Stinky Tuner as a service to buy, Blu-rays. I don't know. But I'd love to get a copy of Fright Night 2 at some point, just to check it out because I've not seen it. Min says, not only is Blade Runner 2049 an amazing film, but the transfer on 4K is beautiful. The 4K is what? I've heard the 4K is unbelievable on that.
Yeah, it's good, really good.
I've not seen the film though, so I can't comment on the film.
It's a good film as well.
I barely remember the original. I've got it on Blu-ray, but I haven't seen it in years. That was when I watched Blade Runner for the first time. That film lost me. About halfway through, me and my friend were like, "So what's going on? What?" We completely just lost where we were, kind of narratively.
Yeah.
So I think I need to give that maybe 2 rewatches to really kind of fully grasp that movie again.
Yeah, do you know what? That's kind of like what Dune's like now, the new one. You kind of get a bit lost, but I think after a few watches, it's going to age like brilliantly. I think it's going to be really good.
Okay. Have you seen the original Dune?
I've not watched it fully. I've seen a lot of clips. Yeah, jeez.
Because I'm tempted to pick up the Arrow 4K of the original. I did have it on pre-order before it came out, but I cancelled it because I wasn't too sure if I'd like it, so I didn't.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to spend on it.
Yeah, so I didn't go all out, especially when I can get a DVD of it in a charity shop for free for £1.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I might actually get a DVD of it and just watch it and then decide if I want to upgrade. Min says, have you guys checked that one out? I've not seen Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, great film.
Min also says, are you going to pre-order the Shang-Chi 4K release? See, I wasn't a massive fan of that movie, but the completionist in me has to have it in my possession. I don't collect the Marvel films, so no. Yeah. I have plans to see it at some point when I can. However, I will acquire it as a different matter. But yeah, I don't plan to buy the physical. Yeah,
definitely try and see it if you can. I've pre-ordered it. I've gone for the steelbook, and I'm not the biggest fan of this steelbook artwork. It's just Shang-Chi on the cover, basically.
Okay, yeah.
It's pretty plain. But then today, I've seen another form of artwork. I think it's a US release. So they're having 2. We're only getting 1, and that's much nicer. So hopefully someone announces that as like an exclusive. And then I might just cancel that and pre-order the other one, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Good film though.
I'm really looking forward to when they announce the Malignant 4K, because I want to get the 4K. I want the Steelbook. Favorite film of the year. I want to get the soundtrack, but it's the exclusive. It's £43.
I feel like that film might get like a bit of a little box set with like art cards and stuff, because it's pretty cool.
Oh man, I can't express in words how much I love that film.
Yeah, I
sort of can describe it in words actually. I haven't been this excited to talk about a horror film, since the Evil Dead remake in 2013. And Evil Dead 2013 is my favorite Evil Dead movie. I know, shock horror, but it is. I adore that film. So that's a long span of time to be super excited about a horror film, and Malignant was the one.
Yeah.
It's just it's so fresh while not being fresh, because it takes loads of ideas from the different decades of horror we've had.
Yeah.
I can't. It's just
It surprised me. It really. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
It's easy top 5 films of the year. Definitely in my top 5.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, my top 2 as it stands right now is Malignant, Cruella is my top 2. I loved Cruella. I thought Cruella was incredible.
Yeah, that was another surprising film.
Yeah.
It was the soundtrack as well, for that was great.
Mm. Like, you know, Euphoria Pictures, Keith, I don't know if you know his channel. He was on one of my streams. He described it perfectly. He was like, it's like Devil Wears Prada and a heist movie at the same time. But it's a great way of looking at that film.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love that movie.
And it's kind of for everyone as well, isn't it? Like adults.
Yeah. It's really entertaining. Like, I like heist movies anyway. I think they're fun.
Yeah.
So this film takes that turn halfway through. It just gets really, really fun. And I think Emma Stone kills it. She's great in the role.
Yeah, she does.
Really good. Sophie says, "See, I could be sensible and ask normal questions." Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Min says, where's the 4K on James Cameron's Avatar? So he's asking where is it? So we haven't got it on 4K.
I don't know where it is. No idea. We've not got it yet, so we'll have to wait. We'll get it. Disney own it now, don't they? So we'll get it.
Oh yeah, I couldn't care less if I'm honest.
They'll
They'll
want to make money off it.
Yeah, I think it's the most overhyped movie ever. Like, it's not for me.
Yeah, I think they'll release that just before the new one comes out.
Oh so, yeah, he's making like 20 sequels or something.
Yeah, about 20. Yeah.
Do you think? I think his time he's waited way too long. I think the hype for that first movie in 2009 it's gone. Like, he's lost the window to capitalize on that. Like,
I don't understand the wait. Like, I don't understand why it took this long. I know he's
doing 4. He's doing 4 as far as I'm aware.
I think he's filming 4 back to back or something stupid like that.
No one wants no, James Cameron, mate. If you're watching, you're not. But if you're watching this, no one wants these movies. Just give us True Lies on Blu-ray, please. Thanks. Cheers. Oh, and The Abyss. Give us that on Blu-ray officially, please. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's all we care about. Give us cheers. Yep. Cheers. Fucking hell, Avatar. Ugh. Spoilers, people. Avatar's not that good, so it doesn't deserve 4 sequels, especially fucking almost like bloody how long's it been?
Yeah,
12 years later.
It was great when it released, but if you watch it like now, I don't think it's aged that well. It still looks really good, but the story and stuff, it's a bit boring.
That's the thing. I think if James Cameron, if he didn't pioneer the 3D technology with that movie, I don't think it would have been such a big hit as it was.
No.
Because he pushed the 3D technology, didn't he, with that movie?
Yeah.
I think that's what made it successful.
Yeah, it's dead now as well, pretty much.
Yeah, it couldn't be like I was never on board with the 3D train ever. I always thought it was a gimmick, and like most gimmicks, it dies and 3D's dead. I think you get the odd film here and there out on 3D.
Yeah, you do. Venom 2.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the first one, I think, in like maybe 2 or 3 years.
Bloody hell.
Bizarre.
Yeah. Min also says, I have only got the nice extended Blu-ray collection edition.
How about you? Is that
of what?
I don't know what film he's on about there, to be fair.
Oh, maybe it's all about Avatar.
Avatar, maybe. Yeah.
How about Jason and Aiden? How about you, Jason and Aiden? I do have a Blu-ray steelbook of Avatar, but I only own it because I got it in a charity shop for £1. So I couldn't leave it there, right? You don't leave that kind of shit there.
No. That could be worth a couple of quid. That on eBay. That
I don't think it is. Like, I looked it up on the CEX. I know it's the worst place to look up what things are worth, but
yeah,
they give you like 20p for it. They give you fuck all for it.
Yeah, fair.
He also says, also King Kong 2005 Peter Jackson vision was epic. The amount of effort went into that movie is quality, solid film. I like that film, but it didn't need to be as long as it was. Nowhere near. It could have been a fucking 90-minute movie and would have been fine. I don't know. You might think I've got, some people might think I've got a bias against long movies. No, I like long movies. Seven Samurai is a fucking masterpiece. And that's fucking 3 hours long. But yeah, I just feel I just feel like Peter Jackson when he came off of the Lord of the Ring hype, he had to make these long epic movies because people expected long epic movies from Peter Jackson. And King Kong suffers from that, I think.
Is that the extended edition where it is like 3 hours long?
Yeah.
Because there's 2 cuts of the King Kong film, I think. And one is.
I think that's the one I've seen. The only one I've seen is the 3 hour cut.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think it hurts the movie. I think there's a lot of shit you could cut out of that movie to make it a bit more concise.
Yeah.
I said the same thing about Army of the Dead. That was a 2.5 hour movie. It didn't need to be 2.5 fucking hours. Jesus Christ. I didn't like that film. Did you like that film, Army of the Dead?
Yeah, the Zack Snyder film.
Yeah.
See, for me, it went really quick, and I watched it first thing in the morning, so I was quite fresh, and I was looking forward to it, and it went pretty quick. But it could have been a little bit shorter. There was a few scenes where I was like, that was a bit random, but
the thing that film for me, it had 2 introductions. So it introduced a threat. It introduced a threat, which is great. The zombie, like the master zombie at the beginning, where the married couple die, they get fucking destroyed in the car. That whole beginning bit, great. Introducing the antagonist, great. Then they go on to do this weird montage bit with the fucking cast for no reason. And then after that, they again, they do 2 introductions. Then they introduce the characters twice. They introduced him in the montage, then they introduced them again as he's getting the crew together.
Yeah.
I just felt it was just like it was bloated and it was Zack Snyder sucking his own dick. That's what I thought that film was. I didn't like it. That's just me. I wish I could have enjoyed it. I get jealous when people enjoy films that I don't.
Yeah.
Because
you've got to
be entertained.
The other one's coming out. Is it next week? It's kind of linked, isn't it? It's like a spin-off type.
Yeah, Army of Thieves.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I found that very strange that we're getting a prequel to a zombie film that doesn't have zombies in it. I think that's weird.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Is it weird? It's weird.
Yeah. I'd be more excited if it had the zombies in it because I enjoyed the film, but
yeah, that's fair. I was really excited. Yeah. I was really excited for the film when I saw the trailer because it was essentially a zombie heist film.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do like my heist films. I was like, I'm on board with this. This might be cool. But like I said, I thought it was too long and a lot of unnecessary, just filler bullshit that didn't need to be happening. And Dwayne Johnson's daughter in the film, I could have smacked her in the head many times in that film. She was annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway. I don't want to put you off the film. Like you enjoyed it, that's great.
She was like my least favorite character.
Yeah.
I loved Batista in it. I thought he was pretty cool.
I don't think he can act though.
No, I think out of the wrestlers that have kind of made it into films, I think John Cena's a better actor.
Yeah, I thought he was great as Peacemaker.
Yeah. That's like I described that role as like Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool. Like John Cena was made to play that character.
Yeah.
He took that role and just went with it. He was like, yeah, I'll do that.
I'm all on board with the series as well.
Yeah.
My cousin sent me a clip. It's just him coming to this cafe in uniform, in his Peacemaker outfit, and they're all just taking the piss out of him.
Yeah,
I was like, I thought it was really funny. The comedy was on point. I was like, this is probably gonna be a really fun show.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
I really enjoyed Suicide Squad as well. I thought it was a really good.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird, but it was a comic book film that finally actually felt like a comic book movie.
Yeah.
It may sound really weird to say when we get abundance of Marvel films every year.
Yeah.
But
I know what you mean, though.
I think it finally found its stride. It finally found its style that I liked. I know it's James Gunn, so people have been comparing it to Guardians of the Galaxy, which is kind of, I suppose, fair.
Yeah.
It's got kind of similarities to it. It's kind of like, it's very colourful. It's got that kind of upbeat tone to it. But I just had a really good time. I thought John Cena and Idris Elba, their dynamic was fucking brilliant. When they're like showing off and trying to kill
yeah, I love that part. Yeah,
that bit was great. It's a really
killed like the wrong people as well, like just innocent people.
You just killed all my squads, like the resistance. So I just killed all my friends, you bastards. I was like, oh, oops. Has that come out physically yet? I don't think it has it?
In the States, yes. Not in. I think it's November 8th in the UK.
That's a film where I would own it on physical because I enjoyed it quite a lot, and I can imagine it'd be even more. I can imagine it'd be a film that's going to be even more fun on the second watch. I can imagine.
And I think from the States, I think the 4K is really nice as well. So I think if you were going to get it 4K over Blu-ray, I think.
And obviously, it turns into a kaiju film at the end, which is great.
I know, yeah. I knew you'd love that part.
Yeah. Well, you see it in the trailer. I'm like, I think I put a little comment on Facebook when the trailer came out earlier in the year. I think I said, Patrick Star becomes the villain at the end. I'm in.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Sorry. Sophie says Avatar can go in the bin. Yep. Yes, it can. Min says, have you got Peter Jackson's 4K? I guess he means King Kong. Does he mean King Kong?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does mean King Kong. If you haven't already, I would recommend. Joe, that is a 4K that's getting harder to get.
Yeah.
That I noticed. Because I don't own it and I want to get it because I have all the MonsterVerse on 4K.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not part of the MonsterVerse, but it's King Kong. And I love King Kong.
Yeah. It's extremely hard to get. I was trying to find it in HMV with the slipcover.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I went to, I think, 3 HMV stores and I wasn't going to order it because I know that it wouldn't come with one. But it's very, very rare now. I got one on eBay for like 20 quid.
Okay. Is it expensive on eBay or is it the best place to go is eBay for it?
I think if you're going to get it with a slip, it's up to you if you want a slip cover with it or not. I'd go eBay, but you'd probably be able to get it on Amazon or if HMV I've got any in stock. I think it's on 2 for $30 at the minute.
Okay, yeah. It's
a pretty good deal. So just the slip cover is quite rare.
Nintendo guy says, what 4K box set would you like to see? We really need a Rocky 4K box set. That's a good shout, Pete. I will say it's a very good shout. I would like to see. This is jumping off of Rocky. I would like to see all the Rambos in the 4K set. I know you can get them individually on 4K, but I would like to see a nice kind of set for Rambo.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they make a steelbook set of that actually. Possibly.
Are they? Interesting.
Possibly.
I think they're. I was gonna say the MonsterVerse, but I think we are getting a nice steelbook 4K set of the MonsterVerse soon.
Yeah, I think I've seen that today. Actually, it's quite colourful, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I really like it. I do want to get it, but if it's going to be like 100 quid, then I might have to give it a miss. I think.
Yeah.
Because I've already got them. You know, if I didn't already have them, maybe I would have indulged. But
yeah,
depending on the price point.
You've got a steelbook as well, which is quite nice. The Godzilla.
Yeah, King of the Monsters. Yeah, I got that on the 2 for $30 deal, which I couldn't believe.
Oh, I remember that video.
Yeah, it's really good. It's such a nice. It's funny because I've never really been. It's weird how the community kind of changes your perception of things. Because when I started YouTube and started really getting into my movie collecting, maybe like a year or two ago, I didn't care about slipcovers. I didn't care about steelbooks. But where I've met people and I've kind of seen what people show off, and they show these nice editions, I'm just like, now I care about slipcovers, and now I care about steelbooks. I'm like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
More money to spend.
Yeah.
It's always the way.
It's a question. I can't really pick a 4K set because I mean I guess I can answer it. I was waiting a long time for Lord of the Rings and Hobbit to have like one set, and we finally got it. Came out on Monday.
Was it that big Middle Earth set?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
How much was that?
It's £200. So it is.
It makes my bloody wallet hurt.
It's a lot. The steelbooks cost that last year though when they came out.
Oh right, yeah. It's
the exact same price. If you were to get the 2 steelbook sets, you're paying the same prices as the Middle Earth collection.
Okay.
So,
that's fair.
And you get, like the art cards and the big booklet and the ring and stuff. Yeah. So
is it presented nicely? Because I would like them all in their own individual cases.
Yeah, so it's a big box and you can display it like multiple ways. There's a few configurations to it, and then every movie is got a slipcover. So it's just in a standard Amaray case. The artwork's a bit strange. Like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. I thought there'd be like a digipack for each film. When I seen that it was an Amaray case with a slipcover, I was a bit like, surprised by it. But it's quite nice. If you have a look on Amazon, it's got all the pictures up on there.
Oh, okay, cool. I remember it being announced and people losing their mind.
Yeah. It's a cool set. I might get it. It's a lot of money though, but.
See, I can't think of, because I'm fairly new to 4K, so I don't know what box sets we've already gotten. I know, obviously most of the Marvel stuff is out, box set wise.
We've had loads. We've had like Indiana Jones, we've had Transformers, Harry Potter, Mission Impossible.
I got one. The Alien franchise is a box set 4K.
Yeah.
I've only ever got Alien on 4K.
Yeah, we've got like Alien and
Alien Covenant
and stuff, and yeah.
But to have a box set with them all in would be nice.
Yeah.
Even though I only like maybe half the films.
Yeah. It'd still be nice to have it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I feel like we kind of need Alien versus Predator though, because we like to complete things, and I'd be missing those two if we didn't have them in like another set, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that. It's like because I have the Blu-ray anthology set of Alien, the Aliens, basically one to Resurrection, and I have Alien versus Predator, but not the sequel because the sequel is shit. I quite like Alien vs Predator. I think it's quite underrated. Yeah. I've got Prometheus, but I don't want Alien Covenant because Alien Covenant is shit. But now my brain's going to be like, every time I see it in CX, I'm just like, should you just get it? Should you just like complete the franchise? But then my other side of it, the angel, devil and the angel, that was like, you might as well complete the set, And the angel was like, yeah, but you're not going to watch them, so why bother buying them?
Yeah.
I've got the whole Friday the 13th films on Blu-ray, right?
Yeah.
Even a copy of Jason Goes to Hell, and that's like one of my most hated films of all time. But I own it because I've got to complete it.
Yeah.
I'm like that. It's really bad.
So the OCD, isn't it, of having to complete
the
franchise? We all have that problem.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I used to hate it when I was a bit younger. I was collecting DVDs where I think it was like collecting DVDs, and then like the transition to Blu-ray happened, and then the latest film in that collection never came to DVD. It was on Blu-ray, so you had like all the DVDs into Blu-ray. It'd just be out of fucking. It would wind me up. I'm the worst for that kind of thing.
Yeah,
absolute worst. Min says, yes, the 4K set contains the extended cut and surely the standard Blu-rays too. You're talking about King Kong again, the King Kong 4K. Yeah. It's worth picking up. It's worth picking up the Godzilla 2014 Cine Edition if you haven't already. Oh, I got that day one, baby, and it's sold out. No one could get it in store or anything. So I pre-ordered that immediately. The 4K of that, Godzilla 2014, completely changes that film. It's an unbelievable upgrade to the Blu-ray. It's like night and day. It's unbelievable. So yeah, it's great. Min also says, I really do like Zack Snyder's Justice League, but it really didn't need to be 4 hours. I disagree. I think it did need to be 4 hours because it allowed the characters to actually have their moments.
Yeah.
It done wonders for character development for that film.
Yeah.
So yeah, I disagree personally there. I think the 4 hours was needed to tell that story and to give characters, especially characters like Cyborg, which I think he's probably the star of the movie, give him his moments. The vision was amazing and it felt like a true Justice League movie. What do you guys reckon? I agree. I really enjoyed it. I do plan to own it eventually, maybe on Blu-ray or 4K. I haven't decided which yet. But yeah, I thought it was good. I felt it when the pace, it was really good. I had really good pace. It didn't feel like 4 hours to me. It was paced really well. The only thing I don't like about it is that it teases this kind of injustice storyline at the end that we're never, ever, ever gonna get.
Yeah, that was like possibly my favorite part from the whole film was that mini scene that we got.
Yeah,
it was just, I don't know, the cinematography, just the way it was filmed, the lighting, the colors that they used. I mean, I've watched the 4K as well, and the colors of that scene, it looks amazing. I'm gutted that we're not going to get that film because I'd pay money right now to see it.
I just think the Injustice storyline is fascinating.
Yeah.
Obviously, recently we just got the Injustice animated film, haven't we? Recently.
Yeah, that came out this week. Yeah, I think.
I plan to get it. I haven't seen it yet, but I do plan to pick it up at some point. I want to get the Batman, the Long Halloween 2 Batman animated as well. I do plan to get those at some point.
I've heard they're pretty good as well, to be fair. Yeah.
A lot of I've heard the majority of the DC animated are pretty good for the most part. I've heard. Yeah. The only one that I remember watching and didn't like was The Killing Joke. I thought that was a bit of a letdown.
Have you seen Batman Ninja?
No, but it looks awesome and I want to see it.
Yeah, see, that one for me, I watched that one really excited and I didn't like it as much as I thought I would.
Is it pretty much anime Batman?
Pretty much, yeah, but I don't know. It's like anime Batman meets like Mortal Engines at the same time.
Mortal Engines?
Mm.
Is that movie with like the cities are on wheels and they're going moving around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen that film. Is that a good film?
Visually, it's fucking great. Like, it looks brilliant, but it's not it's not a fantastic film.
Mm. Okay.
It's good.
I've been meaning to check it out because it does look interesting.
Yeah, everyone's got a different opinion. Like you might watch it and like love the film, so definitely worth checking it out.
Yeah. Min says the 4K is decent on Justice League. Cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He also says the Peter Jackson King Kong is on HMV online, but you have to search it up, and I can assure it's on there. Hope it helps. Thing is, I want it with a slipcover. Strange problem. Because I got all my other MonsterVerse films with slipcover. I know it's not part of the MonsterVerse, but it's still King Kong.
Yeah. The OCD is kicking in again.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Min also says it would be so epic if we could get all the MonsterVerse movies on Cine Edition, because I can imagine that would line up nicely on the shelves. Yes, yeah. Don't tell. Oh, now I want this. Look what you've done, Min. You've made me now. I want the series, but you know we won't. I don't think we'll ever get that.
No, never.
I think the Godzilla 2014 deserves a set like that, because that's a 10 out of 10 monster movie for me. I love that movie. Love it. The sense of scale in that film is unbelievable. Edgar Wright's sense of scale is absolutely incredible. This next comment is hilarious. Soph says, we need Bodger and Badger and Sooty on 4K. Yep. It's never going to happen, Soph.
I can dream.
She can dream, yeah. You can, yeah. Min says, the Alien Anthology set is really nice on Blu-ray, contains a nice digipack. I don't like digipacks, but that's the only way you can really own that. Well, I say I don't like digipacks. You can. There's 2 versions of the anthology on Blu-ray. There's the version that has the slimline cases in it for each film.
Yeah.
But I think the outer box for the anthology with the digipack is just so nice. It's like almost like a collector's edition. If you know what one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I used to have the thin case one, the set a while ago.
Yeah, I've got the other set. That's a digipack.
Yeah.
But it's got this nice kind of almost like holographic kind of box, the really hard box.
Yeah.
And out on the outside, it's really nice. Right, it's how long have we been going for? 2 hours 10 minutes. I'm gonna say 20 more minutes and we'll wrap up because I'm gonna get a drink and that and watch a film or whatever. I've got a bunch of comments from Min, so we'll go through these. He's been hammering it up he's been banging out the questions. Yeah?
Smashed it tonight. He or she, whoever it is.
He or she, we don't know, do we? Min says, have you guys seen the £400 Friday the 13th set on eBay? It's going for mad money now because it's out of print. Okay, I like the series, but I wouldn't spend that much. I think you're talking about the metal tin set that came out.
£400.
Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm surprised it hasn't dropped in price because when Scream Factory released their set that you can get on eBay for £100,
yeah,
the Blu-ray set, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Is that the? It's like a kind of like that big, the box.
It's a big box with the artwork on it. Yeah. So when that came out, I thought this set, the £400 set he's talking about, would have dropped in price, but it hasn't. It's in like a metal tin. It's a really cool set.
I've never seen it.
It's got Jason on the front. It's a really cool set.
Let's see what the price is going for. I'm curious. It's got Freddy on the front.
It's got Jason on the front, yeah.
Jason on the front. I can't. Is this it? With like a machete.
Yeah.
That's gotta be the one, yeah.
It's in like a tin, like a
it ranges like brand new. It's like 400. That's like UK. Someone's got one in Portugal for 300, so it's pricey.
I mean, like Friday the 13th is my favorite horror franchise.
Yeah.
So for me, if I had disposable income, I probably would buy it because I'm like that. Because I'm cray.
It looks quite a nice set, to be fair. I found one open for 165 or best offer. Oh.
See, like I just feel like that set is a nice set, but it's obsolete because you can go and buy the Scream Factory Blu-ray set for £100, and that, in my opinion, is a nicer set because each film comes in their own Blu-ray case and it's got a nice box with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And can't get damaged. Like I'm a bit worried with tin stuff because
just get dents and they get
dents. It's not good.
I found, do you know what I found? It's not a Blu-ray, it's a DVD. In CX, my local CX, they had this really nice director's special edition tin set of Blade Runner on DVD. It was a really nice tin set. It had the DVD in there and all these kind of like other little kind of, odd bits and bobs. But they wanted £10 for this DVD tin set. And I was like, I don't really want to pay that for this like old DVD of Blade Runner. It's quite nice though, but I remember those
pretty good condition as well.
Yeah, it's pretty much clean condition.
Wow.
But I think like those steel tins were a thing before steelbooks. I think they were because I think like Terminator 2 had a steel tin release like that as well.
Yeah, it always like reminds me of like Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
Because they had that big tin out years ago, and I always think of that.
Yeah, I think one of the original Rambo sets was like Rambo trilogy, but it was almost like an ammo case you open up like in steel tin, but it's like an ammo case. It's pretty cool.
I love that. I love like how we getting now like really cool editions and stuff. I know like Zavi did Inglourious Bastards, like really big sets. but I think it's Everything Blue, the company that are now
Oh,
working with Zavi, because they're closing down their site soon, I think.
Oh, that sucks. I've not
So,
bought anything from Everything Blue, but I've seen their
no.
sets. Their sets are pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think basically what's happened is they're now going to be working exclusively with Zavi to bring their products on Zavi,
Yeah.
which is,
Mm.
I think it's going to be good, but
Oh, I think it's a mistake because Zavi suck. Quite frankly.
they're getting better. I used to bash them quite a lot, like for just bad deliveries and stuff, but they're improving a little bit.
That's fair.
I'm giving them some credit for the change.
There's a really nice Goonies 4K set that I want to get. It's like a long box. It looks quite nice. I don't know what you would call it.
Oh yeah, is that the HMV one?
I think so. It's like, is it a Cine edition? I'm not sure. Is it?
I think it is. Cine edition or first edition, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what I can't remember what it was. I've not seen that film in years.
It's the treasure chest, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It opens up at the top. Yeah.
I think Carl has it. He did an unboxing on Carlino 9.
Yeah.
It's quite a nice. I've not seen that film in years. I have no nostalgic relevance either. I know a lot of people love that film. It's definitely a film. I want to rewatch for sure. Definitely. So I was thinking about getting that if it's cheap enough. It looks nice though. We're talking about good sets. It's quite a nice set. Min says, yes, I feel as Cyborg was the heart of that movie, and he sure did carry the whole thing. I do think he was the star of that film. Min also says, I like the Mortal Kombat reboot movie, but was a bit meh. I would have loved to see more Scorpion and Sub-Zero story explored a bit better. There's more to the lore, but there's a lot to get in for Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2021 for me is a bad movie that I really had a good time with, and I've got on 4K because I think the film's bad, but I don't care. It's entertaining as hell.
I think that sums it up pretty well.
Yeah.
I had a good time with it. It wasn't anything special, but I think it was action. I do a lot of good action in it. And
I think Kano was the star of the show.
Yeah.
It's just that I think he had all the best dialogue as well. Right. He's like, fucking laser beam. It's better than fireballs, you pussy. Like he's lying.
It's so hard to make a video game into a film. I think.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to transition it.
Yeah, I think I really like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I really like that film. I thought that was a really good kind of family friendly attempt at a Sonic movie. And I'm really looking forward to the sequel. So I think I think they can do it. It's just finding the best way to do it is hard. Like to adapt it is hard. I thought Detective Pikachu was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Well.
Yeah,
really good. Like I think I know Detective Pikachu was a game before it. It wasn't just a Pokemon game, but it was a game called Detective Pikachu. But I like these ideas of taking a game and doing something a bit different with it, because I think fans of Pokemon wouldn't have expected a film where Ryan Reynolds voices Pikachu. Like I don't think anyone expected that, but it was perfect for that role.
Yeah, he brought a lot of fun to it.
Yeah, when the main, I forget the main character's name or the main actor's name, the kid in it, he's got the stapler. I got a stapler, I know how to use it. He goes, put the stapler down, or I will electrocute you. But I love it. Just the way he delivered his dialogue as Pikachu was great.
Yeah, he's good.
That's a good film. That's a film I want to get on 4K at some point. I don't actually own it. I might just get the Blu-ray. I'm not too sure. Min says, did you like the movie? Referring to Mortal Kombat. Yeah, like I said, it's a bad movie that I really enjoyed. Got the 4K. I've not watched it on 4K yet. I've heard it's a really good 4K transfer. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. Sophie says, yes, Aiden, I would like my boyfriend back, please. And thank you. What's the time? I only got there for about 10 minutes. So we have the man who puts movies into magpies, apparently. Magpie Movies. Hello, Paul. Welcome to the stream. The Magpie is indeed in the house. Get your head out of your ass, Magpie. We know you're here. Paul says, today I took the plunge, ordered the remaining Scream Factory Halloween movies 3, 4, and 5, cleaned me out. And I'm still going to say I'm well chuffed with myself by making my PS3 a multi-region Blu-ray player. Bring on the US imports. Now, Paul, you've got to message me and tell me how, because I need that shit in my life. I need that shit in my life. I will go out and buy a PS3 just for the privilege. Someone tell me. Paul, honestly, message me, mate. Message me. I need to know the secrets. All the secrets, please. Min says, Kano was the best part of the movie. You fucking beauty. I can't do an Australian accent. I'm not even going to fucking try.
That's great.
I can't even do it. Kano wins. Oh, mate. Okay. He sent them both. He's posted the same comment twice. That is the end of the comments. I think we're going to bring this. Oh, my God. Oh, okay. Paul says he messages you both. No bother. Awesome. Appreciate that, Paul. Unfortunately, Paul, you've joined as we're bringing this stream to a close. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Been a great set of questions this week. Really enjoyed it.
I've got some good questions. Yeah.
Really appreciate coming on, Aiden. Really do, man.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a great chat. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed to Dan Movie Insider, go over to his channel and give him a sub. I think he'd appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
As always, we will see you next week for another edition of Physical Streamia. I've been Jason, joined by Aiden. Thank you, as always, for your questions, and we will see you next